Hi, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stamping A to Z, my series that I created I think it's over a year ago now. We're on episode 47. So it was soon this time last year that I started it. I'm loving doing it. And if you're watching, please share with your friends. I would love to have more people watching and make it worth my effort every week. But I really love coming up with new ideas and sharing techniques. So for those of you who don't know what Stamping A to Z is, it is a series I created to show you all the products that are available through Stampin' Up and different ways to use them. So if you're a seasoned crafter, hopefully it'll inspire you to pull out your stuff and try something new. If you are a new crafter, hopefully it will help you to decide maybe things that you want or need to add to your collection. And if you're enjoying these, please share with your friends, like I said. So today is episode 47, and we are, in case you didn't guess from my picture with my mask, we are looking at masking today. So it's not a specific product that you have to use. You can use many different products, and I'm going to show you how, but it's more of a technique and different ways that you can use this technique. So let's get started. I'm going to flip you around the awkward part here. Hopefully I'll line you up. And I just realized I didn't update my host code. It's October. Oh my gosh. So I need to do that. I will put it in my post where I post the projects that I show you. I will put an October host code. So if you are shopping and you want to use the host code, just hang on and I will get you an October one. Let me just turn on, see if I can find myself in comments. And like I have said before, sometimes it doesn't show me who is watching. So it's nice if you say hi in the comments. Let me know you're watching, then I know who's here. It's always nice to have people to talk to, and I'm not talking to myself, but you know, I'm used to talking to myself also, so it's all good. Anyways, okay, so masking. The first of our masking, if I can find all my pieces and parts, I've got so much stuff out here. So I'm going to take just a piece of basic white paper, and I don't know if you guys have seen these before. They are awesome. They're the 3M Post-it notes, but they are called full stick notes. So there's just this little edge. I don't know if you can see that in the video. There's an edge that's not sticky, but the rest of it is. So it makes it really nice for doing masking type stuff. You can use regular Post-it notes as well. It'll just stick the one edge, but that's okay. Whatever works for you. It's all good. So I'm just going to, oops, I want to go this way. Put this down and mask my paper here. So I've got one. And then I'm going to do, so this is actually, well, it's kind of my own design, but it was inspired by our CEO who cased something out of the catalog the other day. And I really loved the colors that she used. So I kind of am using her color inspiration. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, except for right here, pretty much everything is stuck down, which makes it much easier than fighting with, I'm going to be using blending brushes so it won't get underneath. So if you want to know where this inspiration is coming from, now I have to remember, I think it is on page 26 of the annual catalog. Yes. Oh, sorry. time, I let the puppies stay in the room. Okay, so you can see they actually show how they've torn and masked, but they didn't use any adhesive. So it's harder because it shifts. So with the Post-it notes, it makes it much easier. So then with it masked, I'm going to take these trees, which is from the Welcoming Woods stamp set, which is in our mini catalog here. It can be found on page 46. My catalog is very well loved. So this is the stamp set that I'm using. And I've got Basic Gray, Blackberry Bliss, and Crushed Curry. So I'm going to do the trees with my gray. So just ink it up. Now it kind of bled through on my last one, so we'll see what happens on this one. I'm hoping it won't. Oh no, I missed a spot. I don't think it was very well inked there. Now the bonus with photopolymer is you can, oh, I don't know, it doesn't want to, I probably should be using, well now it's super dark, I didn't really want it that dark, but I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, so we will just keep on going. If it does it again, obviously I need a foam mat underneath. I've shown before that our photopolymer stamps are not as forgiving. Ah, who were you watching, Marcy? Or you were watching one of my old lives, probably. That's funny. Well, I'm glad you found the right one and you're here. I'm having trouble stamping, but you know, it's always the way the lives go. Okay, so there's my trees. And then I'm going to take, okay, I've messed up all my brushes here. Make sure I have the right one. That's yellow, that's purple. Okay, so then I will do my darker, oh, the last, yeah. Okay, so with the blending brushes, I've shown you before, but if you go directly down, you kind of get that dark spot. So you want to come from off of the where you're going so that it kind of is a little bit more even for you. So you're going to start on your other paper and then come down so you don't get that funny start. And then this one is Crushed Curry. See, I didn't start on the edge and I got a dark spot, but that's okay. Hello, Yolande. How are you guys all doing this Wednesday? Oh no! Luckily it didn't. See, this is why you don't keep two colors side by side. You pull a... You're getting better at finding. There you go. You're going to be a pro at Facebook soon. And then you'll never have to miss a live again. Okay, so we're just doing a little bit of masking. So before I pull that off, I'm going to take these leaves that are from the stamp set again. And I'm going to stamp some of them with the Blackberry Bliss. And then I will wipe that off. I probably should have done my yellow first, but you know, you can't see them as well. But there we go. And then this is like the best part of masking is when you get to take it off. It's my favorite part anyways. It's kind of like when you're painting and you use tape and you pull the tape off. Yeah, see, because my gray is so juicy, it bleeds through the paper. So you got to be careful. Either put 2 layers or don't use as inky stamp pad as what I have. But you'll see I kind of covered it up. The reveal, yes. This is the ta-da, except for my ta-da. I wonder, I don't know if you guys have ever used, do I have one handy? This was a Stampin' Up! Product long ago. It's a sanding block, so I'm sure you can just get a light. Sometimes you can sand the paper enough to get rid of it, but I might get rid of this smaller stuff, but I don't think I'm going to get rid of that big one. Anyways, just have to camouflage it with something. Anyways, that is, oh, I'm sorry I keep hitting my table. So there's still a few little spots, but there's a big spot under my gold dot, and there was a spot under my label. So here I used the bark embossing folder, which is missing for some reason. I had it out to show. Oh, here it is. So this is from the annual catalog, I believe. Yes. And so I just use that as the background since I've got my trees. And then I use these dots are the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. These are out of the mini catalog on, it can be found on page 55. If we're looking for them, that's these ones. And the brushed metallic cardstock, which is also in the mini catalog on page 32. So a lot of these things are in the mini, and the mini catalog is good till December. So you can still get your hands on those things. Celebration is over, but the mini catalog is still going. And I wanted to show you so the happy birthday is from this same stamp set, but I haven't pulled out these punches in a while, so I thought I would show you if I can find my stamp that I had out here. Okay, here's happy birthday. And I actually just took a piece of scrap. I'll show you that it's scrap from another card that got cut, but it's the perfect size for these punches. So these are the punches that have 2 different sides, and you can use 3 different sizes. So if you want to kind of see what side, this is a half an inch. So your first one's half, 3/4, and then 1 are your sizes that you can use. Now when you punch these, I always flip so that my label is on the other side, so that when you push it in, you can make sure that you're not punching too far, like if your words were close. So if I want to keep going, and then if you kept going and you're like, oh, there's words, you know you're not cutting the words off. I'll just cut this a little bit closer. So now I'm probably going to run into the problem, oh, maybe not, I have enough room. If you're running into the problem of you don't have enough room, you can always stick a piece of sticky on there to be able to pull. I'm not sure what I just did there. I obviously moved it as I punched. That was silly. Okay, that is the bonus to having be able to punch it from upside down. So there, so then I've got, that's how I got my little label with the edges on it. So it actually ends up giving you kind of 3 different profiles with the different sizes that you use. So that's the first card. And that's your basic masking. Now we're going to take a different direction of masking here. Let me move. I need some of this stuff again, but not all of it. Okay. Next up, I'm not going to go through the motions of setting this up. I'm just going to explain what I did here. So this is from the Quiet Meadow bundle. It is in our annual catalog. We have a beautiful one in the mini catalog, which I have been waiting to get, but it was not orderable for the longest time. This one, but it's back now. So if you don't have this one, or if you prefer this one's available as well. Same idea. You can kind of do the same thing with either of these. You've got all these little flowers. So all I did was I took a piece of basic white cardstock. I put some adhesive onto the non-sticky part of my sticky notes, and I adhered it to the back of the white cardstock when it was full. And then I stuck another sheet behind this because it's sticky and I didn't want it to lose its stick in the die cutting machine. And then I put the dies on here and I ran it through my Big Boss to get the cutouts, and then I peeled off the sheet. So now I've got sticky, so when I put it down, it's not moving on me and it's not getting under the detail. Then I need my nice white sheet to go on. And then I'm not putting them all like this, I'm just moving them around. So because I put them all on one sheet together, you have to be careful that you don't kind of brush into the one you're not meaning to brush on. So if you're kind of a little bit crazy when you're blending, you might want to do them on separate pieces of paper so that or what you could do, actually, what an idea, you can just cover these so that you don't accidentally blend them. There we go. We're all good. And if you're worried about getting on the side, you could put one here as well. I'm not going to get that crazy. And I'm just going to lightly, this is Flirty Flamingo. I don't want it too bright. And then I have Daffodil Delight. Again, I need to be careful with my... So this is a different yellow than what I was using before, but it really doesn't matter that much. You're not transferring the ink and they're close enough that I'm not worried about it. And then this is Pear Pizzazz. Do the stem here. And again, this isn't quite Pear Pizzazz because my brush was full of other darker, but that's okay. So here we go, the reveal, the fun part. Oh, some of my sticky note is peeling. Oh, look how beautiful that is. So you can keep going and keep adding. So maybe now I'll put the sticky over here. Oopsie. And go like this. And then again, you might want to cover that one piece, but it's up to you how confident you feel. And you also want to watch there as well. Green in. Yeah, isn't this pretty? I love these, and I really like the one that's in the mini with the sunflower look. I think just putting them all together would be amazing. Anyways, so isn't that pretty? And you could just go crazy with a whole bunch or less. I'm going to show you. So I ended up cutting it out with the stitched rectangular dies, which are no longer available. And then the scalloped contour dies. So you could get the same kind of look with a little bit of scallop. And then this butterfly is from the same Quiet Meadow set. And I used the champagne, what do you call it? Metallic paper? Foil paper? Can't remember what it's called. Anyways, so this is Flirty Flamingo Petal Pink. And then I just cut it out. And this also comes with that Quiet Meadow dies. And then the splatter. So there is a splatter in the stamp set. So here's the Thinking of You. And then there's splatter, but I didn't use that splatter. I just used my marker. And you just take your marker in your lid and you flick it. The harder you flick, the more you get. But it just gives you kind of that splattered look. So here I didn't put a lot. You put a lot or a little, depending on how distressed you want it to look, I guess. But that's how I did that one. So that's, I guess, reverse masking, where you take the die cut and then, or you could, because I mean, you could do the opposite, right? Where you take the cutouts. So if I were to take this cutout and put it down, same as what we did with the just the broken up pieces, right? You just would have your background and then your flower would be white. So this one is reverse. Let me clean this up here. Don't think I need those, and I don't need, put those aside and put this away. Okay. Otherwise, if I don't put stuff aside, I just pile everything up and then I can't find anything. So, on to the next one. This is a fun one. This one kind of combines some masking techniques. If I can find my piece of paper here. Okay, so I'm going to start with a piece of white paper, and I'm using, since Halloween is coming up, I'm using my, what is this even called? Pumpkin, what's it called? Halloween Punch. There you go. It goes with the cutest Halloween suite on page 5051 of our mini catalog. And it has the pumpkin, the cat, and the ghost. I think we've used the ghost for sure. I can't remember if we've used the cat. So again, you're going to take your Post-it note, and I want the pumpkin. So you could punch it on the edge here, but instead I'm going to punch it further in so it's more stable. And then you have to do a little bit of masking again. So you're going to just mask the ghost and mask the cat, because we don't want them, we just want the pumpkin. And then it helps, I discovered, if you put one the other way, just so it doesn't stick as much right there. Otherwise it all pulls up and tears and makes a mess. And I'm going to do this more than once, so I wanted it to be fairly malleable. All right, so I've got my paper, I've got my mask. I'm going to have my pumpkin here. I've got pumpkin pie, which is perfect for pumpkins. It is the perfect pumpkin color. And again, you want to start off and then bring it on. So I've got my pumpkin. Now I'm going to add to this, and I'm going to stamp, this is from the Whimsical Trees, but it's got some fun designs. So now I've got a polka dotted pumpkin. And I'm going to lift that up. And I'm going to put them back down. We'll do it again. Again, you might want to put a little bit more there so you've got more area to work with, but it's totally personal preference and what you feel most comfortable with. So this, again, you can tell it's a tree, but then when you put it on the pumpkin, it just looks like zigzags. So I thought that was kind of fun. And then we'll do one more. So you can, if you don't have blending brushes, you can use sponge daubers if you have them. You could use anything really that you could use a makeup brush, you can use just a regular sponge, whatever you have to get the ink spread around. There we go. We have OC, and I wasn't overly careful. I did get some. So you might want to put a little bit of extra. I didn't leave myself a lot of room with that. And then there's the cutest little pumpkin face that comes with the stamp set. So I've got the pumpkin face, and where's my memento? And then you can just stamp his little, oh, look how cute. I don't know, I always think of pumpkins as boys, but we could say she or he, I guess, or it. Be gender neutral. Okay, so you've got your masked pumpkins. Now we're gonna go even one step further, and we're gonna mask the pumpkins. So we're gonna take our cutouts, and we'll cut out some more pumpkins with our punch out of the Post-it note. And we'll cover our pumpkins here. These ones have been used, so they're not sticking as well. So you might want to use fresh ones, depending again on how picky you are. Okay, so then I have Highland Heather, which is, I'm kind of going off of the colors out of the Designer Series paper that comes with this set. So Flirty Flamingo, Highland Heather, Old Olive, and Pumpkin Pie. And then I'm just going to, so it doesn't matter that I kind of got a little bit of pumpkin pie spread around, because it's going to get covered up with my Highland Heather. So we're doing, this one has 3 masking techniques to it. So you can really see how you can layer your masking. So again, the ta-da! And then sometimes I notice it has a bit of white around the edge, which actually is good because it makes it look like it's popped up, but it's all just one surface of ink, which is kind of fun. So there's that part. Now we still have a bit more to go, which I forgot to have a piece of paper handy. Okay, I don't know if this will be enough, but we'll start with this. Isn't it cute? I thought they're so cute. I love this set. Okay, so then I took this You Put a Smile on My Face. And I need my black again. Where did she go? Okay, so I'm going to stamp the whole thing in black to start. And then I'm going to clean it off. And when I'm just using my chamois, but just to make sure it's all gone, just stamp it on a piece of paper so you know that there's no more ink coming off, especially for this part of it. So next, I'm just going to take a piece of sticky again, and I'm going to cut it in half. Ooh! And I'm going to stick it because I just want the smile. Now, there is an easier way to do this. You can, if you have the markers, you can just use the marker and color in just the word. But if you don't have the markers, or if you don't trust yourself, cover the words up. If I had Marcy, this is perfect for you. If you've got the Stampin' Spots, it's way easier. Of course, I've got the big ink pad, so I'm just gonna stamp down, make sure my smile is nice and inky. But now I have to make sure that I take this off before I stamp it down, or I'm gonna get purple all over the place. And then I'm just gonna stamp it here. And I have just, so what you could do if you wanted to stamp it all as one, you can do that again, where I don't want to get my fingers all full of ink here. So you could do this part, and then you would want to change your paper because you don't want to put your purple into, but I can just cut a piece of this. And you just want to cover up the smile. Oh no, that doesn't work. Oh, it does. Hang on. So stamp the smile, clean it off. Ah, that's too big. Let's cut that even smaller. And so you could put it on here, or if you want to make your life easier, just cover it up with your, and then take your black. And stamp it on there. And then when you pull it off, you've got your multicolor going on. So this is if you have markers, you can color them in separately and avoid all the masking. But if you just have the stamp pads, this works well. So the reason I stamped mine separate is because I'm going to cut them out, which I will show you. So I just cut them. I just freehand cut them. I fussy cut. Are you proud of me? I'm not a big fussy cutter, but these aren't hard to fussy cut. For me, it's more, I have a horrible, I can always see when something's just a little bit crooked. I know when we built our house, our builder hated me because their tolerance, I think, is a quarter, or I think it has to be a half of an inch off, and I could always see when it was a quarter of an inch off, and I'd always be like, oh, it's within tolerance, but then I didn't like that. Anyways, so I just cut it freehand like that and put it on. But isn't that cute? And then this is the black glitter paper that's also in the mini catalog. It's not part of this one. It is part of the, it's on page 53, the next page over. And then this paper is just one of the designer series paper that goes with the suite. It is here somewhere. Here it is. So there's lots of choices, lots of colors. There's so much you can do with it. There's this nice stripe, and then here's the back. I don't think it is anymore on back order because I looked this morning and I don't remember seeing it. I can look again, but I feel like it's not. There's a lot of stuff that's no longer on back order that was, but there is still some stuff that's not orderable. The other thing, what was the clearance rack stuff has been added to. So there's a whole bunch of new stuff on the clearance rack that is super good deals. Lots of punches, lots of ribbons and stuff. So take a look on there. If you go to my store, you can look on there and it just go under clearance rack and all the new stuff will be on there. So yeah, for sure, take a look at that. These are the matte black dots that are also, no, they're not in the mini catalog. They're part of the annual catalog. So yeah, you can mix and match and makes for fun. So this is all just ink and paper, really. And I just popped this up for interest. But yeah, so masking you can do a whole lot of cool things with. Let me show you again one more time our 3 projects. So this is the Halloween one, and then we have our Quiet Meadow, and then the, I can never remember, Welcoming Woods. So a fall, a springish fall. I tried to kind of do a little bit of fall, but then it kind of turned more spring. And Halloween. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. The other thing I wanted to remind you is October 10th is the deadline for Paper Pumpkin. You saw how cute those turkeys turned out from the last Paper Pumpkin. This next Paper Pumpkin, it is 10 cards, I believe. They're going to be Christmas related, and they are going to go with this beautiful Peaceful Place suite. So it should be, I'm excited to get it. I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And I can get 10 cards made super quick and easy. And yeah, I thought of, oh, what was I going to say? It came to me as I was going to there. Oh, what was it? There's something else. If you haven't already, and if you're thinking about it, my monthly club is starting soon. So if you want to join, there's still a few spots left. So let me know if you have any questions or if you're interested in joining. If you're in Canada, you are perfectly able to join. Oh, it's totally escaping me what I wanted to say. Oh, that's what it was. So last week I had said they had put out the new Christmas kit. It sold out. I don't know if it's coming back, but they just released today, yesterday, the Tags kit, which is an all-inclusive kit. It looks super cute and fun. So that was just released yesterday. So if you want a Christmassy kit, or if you want, I don't know how many, I can't remember how many tags are in here, but quite a few. So if you want to get your Christmas tags done for your presents, you can, again, go on to my store and go under kits, and it should be there now. So that's a fun one, and don't wait too long if you want one, because like I said, this one sold out in like a week. I was going to order it with my order, and it was sold out. They haven't said if there's more coming. 12 what? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Did I ask? What's 12, Marcy? Anyways, you'll have to comment, and I'll answer you in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, 12 tags. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I think there's, so there's 4. So there's 3 of each. There you go. So that's a good number of tags. Good fun. This would be a fun one to like do with your friends if you guys all ordered the same ones and had a, I don't know, some of you probably can visit in person. Others are virtual again, like me. But anyways, we can still have fun. So hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and hopefully we will see you next Wednesday. All right, have a happy Thanksgiving this weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.